Our DeMarco Morgan is near the scene in downtown Manhattan. And DeMarco, you arrived moments after this incident took place. Just tell us what you saw as you got there and what witnesses were telling you.
Errol, it was chaos pretty much everywhere. We're about a block away, actually, from where it all ended. I arrived about another block away off the 2 and 3 train. That's the subway train here in New York City for our viewers across the entire country and the world who are watching. But when I got out, we saw emergency vehicles just rushing down the street. You saw some people running, some for curiosity reasons, others just trying to get out of the way and get to a safe spot until they could learn and understand what actually took place. But I got a chance to speak with some of the high school students. You have Stuyvesant High School, which is not too far from where we're standing. It's actually on the other side of the West Side Highway. But got a chance to speak to some of those students who said that when they came out, some of them saw multiple bodies on the ground on the bike trail there. They saw multiple bodies on the ground, and they didn't know what was going on. Some of them heard gunshots, so they were immediately trying to run to get to safety again, to get to a safe place. Spoke to some other people in this area who said they also witnessed some of the incidents, including a young man who used his own cell phone to shoot video of the suspect holding those fake guns there as he was darting in and out of traffic, and police were trying to basically subdue the man before they actually got him down and under control. But we talked to him. He was on one of the bridges there shooting that video. We got a chance to interview him. He talked about how at first he thought it was just an accident. Some of the folks we also spoke with said they thought it was a movie shoot, because here in the city you have a lot of people who are often shooting movies, especially in this neighborhood that I call home here in Lower Manhattan. But it wasn't until he noticed bodies as well on the ground that he said this is indeed the real deal. And now, Errol, if you take a look behind me, you can see that many of the officers are here, aside from the press, many of the officers here, and they are heavily armed. And that is only to make sure, of course, that something like this never happens again, which is something that we've seen. It's almost impossible to predict or prevent, because it's an easy target, especially when you talk about a pedestrian city like New York City. But they are here to make sure that the rest of the night goes smoothly. Tonight is Halloween, Errol. We've seen kids walking around here in their Halloween costumes, just trying to get by and walk through this crowd. Imagine being a child and seeing all of this, and then imagine being a parent out here walking with your child and having to explain what has now become a large crime scene. You are also familiar with this area here, downtown New York, Lower Manhattan. Where the incident happened is in the Battery Park City, so you have a lot of families, very heavily residential, a lot of families who have small kids. They have a lot of playgrounds out there, a lot of soccer fields. So this indeed, even though it is worse, it could have been a very, very tough situation, even larger than what we're dealing with now.
And this incident not just scaring parents here in New York City, but across the country, as everyone heads out with their kids on a Halloween evening, hoping for a safe and fun night. This surely is something that just unnerves everyone. DeMarco Morgan live on the scene for us tonight in Lower Manhattan. Thank you, DeMarco.